I am excited about this one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Toy Review. I do these sometimes between gameplay and sketches, I know, right? I have stopped collecting the Doctor Who toys proper for a very long time now, just for financial reasons, but ultimately it was a combination of that and the quality control, the fact that B&M sets are sort of where the majority of the new figures come out, and as a result they are mostly repackaged or slightly retooled variants of older figures. In recent years, though, character options have been getting a lot smarter with how they retool stuff. They've decided that with the Primeval figures in the same scale, a wave based on the TV series Primeval that they've not obviously worked on for like a decade now, and a lot of Doctor Who figures that have been and gone since, they're able to save money by reusing older parts, but saving just enough in the kitty to make new sculpts for heads and things like that. As a result, we're getting a lot of new characters to the action figure line that we've not had before, because they're investing in the head sculpts and then making the bodies some clever retooled versions of older figures. There'll be people out there who do customised Doctor Who figures who've done them over the years, like the wonderful Matthew Toffolo, for example, on Batman March, that channel. He has probably got a much better knowledge off the top of his head of which figures are retools, and specifically which Primeval figures have been customised. But it looks like they're making use of the military stuff that they've had, because we are finally getting versions of characters I've wanted for a long time. We've had some Brigadiers before. I've got the beige suited one from a B&M wave, because I couldn't afford any of the classic Doctor Who Big Finish Forbidden Planet waves when they were coming out in the mid 2010s. So I waited till he was in a B&M pack to get a Brigadier. But but this is the first time I've got a Brigadier that's in like military full-on unit regalia, because these guys are based on the Claws of Axos. I don't know how accurate they are to Claws of Axos, but they'll be accurate enough that they've called this set a Claws of Axos set. We have Sergeant Benton, we have Captain Yates, and we have got the Brigadier in his more Unity regalia. I cannot wait to crack these open. Let's see what they look like. Oh, my boys! Look at them! Oh, they look so good. Right, the reason why I had to pick this setup is because, long story short, my first ever experience with Doctor Who was the TV movie in '96, the age of 5. I have memories of watching it in the caravan in Newquay with my dad. Then after that, BBC and UK Gold around the same time in the late 90s started vigorously repeating the John Pertwee and Tom Baker eras. Pertwee's era was my era. I fell in love with it, and that's still my favourite run of the classic run of Doctor Who, is the John Pertwee era. Liz Shaw, Joe Grant, Sarah Jane Smith, your Peladons and your Axons and your Autons, and you know that's my favourite era. The Master, and the reason because of this set I've just bought is I finally opened up a box set that was on the top of my shelf, containing these guys, a B&M set from a few years ago, which I picked up because I really wanted a Joe Grant. And I'm so glad that I got these, because now that these are here, the unit boys, I have 6 figures of my favourite era, of the regular cast members of my favourite era of the show. So, here we go. Benton and Yates. Mike Yates and Sergeant Benton have pretty much the same body, which is again another cost-cutting measure. Their ascots are exactly the same, the straps are the same, although there's slightly different colouring on the straps on the shoulders. They both have a unit insignia on their arm, which is very nice. The lightness is fantastic, and the paint is fantastic. They both come with the same articulation as your standard character options figure. They both come with the same gun as well, which is an impressive big boy gun. So that's Yates. Benton has a slight variation. Like I say, the pouches are a slightly different colour, the straps, but he also has his sergeant stripes as insignia. And of course the berets the same, but the sculpts are completely different. Again, that's a fantastic likeness. So yeah, that is just oh. And then we come to Alistair, Sir Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart. Fantastic moustache. Beret is again just like pretty much the same, but all sculpted to the head of the figure itself. His jumper is fantastic. He's got his signifiers on his shoulder. He's got pistol. He has a holster for the pistol, but it's not open. It's just decorative. But that's fine because you can have him brandishing it in hand. Alistair has shiny, spotless boots, and the lads have scuffed. We've been running through the dirt, shooting at Daleks and Ogrons style shoes. I'm bowled over by the fact that not only the fact that these exist, but the fact that they're a really, really good set. The B&M Bargains exclusive Claws of Axos collector's set, Unit 1971, as it's called. 71, I guess we've got confirmation. Featuring Captain Yates, Sergeant Benton, and the Brigadier. I can't recommend this enough. If you're a classic Who fan and you love this era, you need to track this down and pick it up. Don't fall for the scalpers. If people are selling it on eBay for 60, 70, 80 quid, don't fall for it. Don't give them the satisfaction. It's not worth spending 3 times or more the price on the sets, but if you can get hold of them, please do. Don't get conned or frauded for these. If you have a Joe and you have a third Doctor, then congratulations. You now have the UNIT family. Oh, look at him! This makes me so happy. And the Brigadier is my wife's favourite character in all the classic Who, so she'll be pretty delighted to see that we've got a Brigadier that sort of fits her favourite version with the Master and everything. Oh, this is amazing. I highly recommend these guys. So that was my quickie review of the Claws of Axos Unit 1971 B&M Bargains Doctor Who action figure set from Character Options. If you want to see more reviews for Character Options Doctor Who stuff and you don't mind ponying up the cash, I have a Amazon wishlist in the description. Give it a clicky on there. Any figure you buy, let me know that you've done it, and I will happily review that figure and give you a shout out in the video. For those of you going, what, he wants us to buy him toys? No, you don't have to at all. I also do reviews of stuff that I just pick up out of my own interest and things that I buy along the way. But for those who are just really enthusiastic and want to pick one up that they want me to review, I'm more than happy to do that as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have to find somewhere on my shelves to put these guys together in a display, because there's no way I'm putting these guys away in the box with the collection. That they've got to be on display together. What do you think of this set? Have you got hold of it yourself? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you soon for another game or toy review. Ta-ra!